Hey everybody, and welcome to the first of hopefully many interview videos on the Small Channel Movements YouTube channel. Today with me, my name is Fallaron by the way, today with me is Guitarflat, the brain behind the idea of the Small Channel Movement, and we're going to talk to him for a while and find out about how he got the idea and what he himself is doing on YouTube, Twitch, everything else. All right, Guitarflat, hello.
Hello, how are you doing, Fal?
I'm doing very well. We have decided to do this interview on the Madhouse Gamers server that we both belong to. And we have taken over Yami Jerry's house for it.
Yeah, we kind of stole his house.
Yeah. So all you see around us here is Yami Cherry's house, and we're sitting in this nice little corner here, doing a bit of an interview here.
Yeah,
So
came dressed for it and
yeah,
everything.
exactly, suit and tuxedo. It's amazing. So let's maybe start. Why don't you tell the viewers of the Small Channel Movement a little bit about yourself and how you got into the YouTube thing and what you've been doing?
How I've gotten into the YouTube thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you already stated I'm Guitarflat.
Yes.
Inspiration kind of into getting into YouTube. Man, I don't remember exactly who I started watching first, but I started getting into some of the Minecraft guys stuff, primarily Vintage Beef and Pause, but on the side I was also watching a lot of Generic B, and so Beef and Generic B were a lot of my early inspirations. I kind of saw what they were doing, and I really wanted to try and learn more about what they do and how to make videos and stuff. Oops.
Don't hit
Punch.
me.
And so I started punching people,
Yeah.
and eventually I became a lightweight boxer. And
Lightweight boxer. Yeah, yeah. I
no,
see.
and so things really kicked off back when BOO was doing his Build Inc. server, trying to launch that.
Oh yeah.
But even though things didn't go ideally for that,
Well, that's nicely put.
yeah, not ideally. Things were less than optimal with that. There was a lot of good connections that were built up through that, and that's where I met you and Vexy and all the other people in Crater City.
Yep.
And that really pushed my YouTubing with single player series. I was doing a single player series at the time, and then I jumped to doing the Crater City series, and that's been kind of the big push from there. So from that, just expanding out and out and out.
Yeah, we should probably explain. Crater City is a multiplayer server that you and I and others have been playing on, which was started by VexyMC, and she sadly decided to stop putting out YouTube videos, but
The server is still there.
Server's still there. We're still
The people
friends.
are still playing.
Yep.
Everybody's in contact and such. I mean, you're doing a series right now with Darzer, right?
Yes, doing a series with Darzer, and well, I mean, you and other people were basically playing Black Ops every evening, more or
Yes.
less. So I would say Crater City has, and Madhouse Gamers now, has given probably you and me a lot of new friends.
Yes, that's true.
So maybe about the person Guitarflat. You were originally from America, right? America.
Yes.
Yes, very good. I think people can probably tell from the way your English sounds. But
English sounds, yes. Down, right. Not in the center, but just slightly off the center in America, in Oklahoma.
All right, awesome. And so the idea of the small channel movement. I know you and Ellie Beatmaker, and then I kind of superimposed myself as well.
Started the organization,
yeah.
organizing the organization.
Well, you came up with the idea, so why don't you tell people what is the original idea that you came up with?
So, you know when you have those eureka epiphany moments in the shower?
Yes.
That's where it starts.
All right.
That was some weekend.
Were you literally in the shower?
Yeah, I was literally in the shower, and the
Wow.
first thing that came to mind was that tweet a few weeks back. I think it was like I don't remember. This has been going so fast as of late, but I made the tweet that if you want small channels to grow, you have to support small channels.
Yep.
And and it's not just subscribing. You gotta add views. You gotta like. You gotta comment. Share it with people maybe if you'd like to, or retweet stuff. And from there, Ellie replied to that tweet. That tweet got a lot of attention from a bunch of different people. Um, but Ellie was the one who really noticed it. And then from there, I can't remember what he said, but I replied back with, that's what I was going for. Hashtag small channel movement. So
and it was born.
that's where things started. The idea we have to do our part to make small channels grow. Otherwise, they just sit there and stagnate, with their amounts, and we don't, we lose things that are really good.
I think the idea is really good because small channels, if they don't get any love, eventually they'll die out.
Right.
I mean, there's always going to be new small channels, but you kind of want people to stay with the whole YouTube thing and enjoy. And
that was like on some public server the other day. Somebody said, "Oh, I've got a YouTube channel," and someone else replied, "Well, who doesn't?" That's a good point.
That is a good point. Yeah. So so the small channel movement took off from there, and we had a first big event on Sunday.
Yeah, the 24-hour live stream, which went phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's the only way to put it. I mean, that was a lot of attention from a lot of different people, and I mean, I am thankful for all the people who watched, for all the people who kind of spread the news, for all the people who helped organize it, and all the people who streamed in it too. There was a lot of multiple talents in the streaming.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, and I think that it was like 50 to 60 or even 70 people on an average watching the streams, right?
Sometimes it got high, sometimes it went a little lower, but it didn't seem to drop lower than like 20-ish, but I wasn't on all the time. I had to sleep sometime.
I think the only person who was on almost all the time was MK. But maybe I'm doing an injustice to other people.
I think Ellie might have been on for pretty much all of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on in a time when he was actually asleep, so I know he wasn't on for the whole thing. But
I can just imagine him asleep on the keyboard.
Yeah, probably. The key sticking to his head. So, and of course, the idea, in a way, behind the small channel movement is, as you said, show some love to the small channels. And I think you told me this in one of our discussions a while ago, that the idea is not to get people not to watch the large channels anymore, but to also consider the smaller channels.
Right. I mean, somebody made a comparison to French Revolution a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we should uprise and like push away big channels, because I mean, large channels are large channels for a reason, for the most part. They're there because they do produce good content, and some people showed them love, and the love grew and grew, and now they're large channels.
Yep.
So it would be unfair to say, hey, don't watch large channels, but you shouldn't neglect the smaller channels. You shouldn't sacrifice all of your viewing time to just one big trend. You should also sprinkle in new things, check out new guys.
Mm-hmm. And stick with them, as you said. It's not about giving shout outs and getting people to blindly subscribe to things, but to actually check out what you're shouting out and see is this any good for me? Do I want to watch this?
And that's what I've been trying to do as of late with tweets, because what's been pretty popular with the small channel movement has been tweeting with the hashtag small channel movement and including a couple channels and such. Check these people out. And that's good. That's cool. That's showing love. I've been doing the same thing. I've been trying, though, to add descriptions with my tweets, though, so people kind of have an idea of what they're getting into when they click that link. Is this something that I want? I think I've only done this twice now. I did this with Irish Burrito and Dan the Let's Play Man.
Yep.
But I've got a few more that I want to push out there over time. Just, hey, this guy does this with this kind of style. Check him out here.
Yep. But then not to forget, you yourself, of course, as you said, also have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, who doesn't have a YouTube
Who
channel?
doesn't? And right now, I'm looking at the page right now. You're sitting at 85 subscribers, which is...
Sorry, go on.
Which is... How much did you have on your old channel? Because you switched channels somewhere along the way.
Yeah, I did a channel jump a few months ago, like at the beginning of this year-ish. And that was for a lot of different reasons. Part of it was kind of dropping people that weren't very active. Like I had 200 something subscribers on the older channel, but my views were sitting at like 10, and I was getting 3 comments. Which I loved all the views and I loved all the comments. Don't get me wrong, I did appreciate them all, but it was very disproportionate. And I was kind of slowing down there. I kind of took a hiatus between things. It wasn't very obvious because I was still putting out some content, but there was time to kind of rethink what I wanted to do, and I decided the best way to really tackle things anew would be to start anew. So,
yeah, and just go with a new channel, which is now www.youtube.com/guitarflatlp.
Yep.
So check it out, people. And what are you?
The page is not all together yet, but I'm still missing a banner. I'm working on it.
Yeah, that banner is always a thing. Luckily, the small channel movement has also introduced us to some people who know how to do banners, right?
Yeah.
So, what are you doing on your channel? What can people find on your channel if they head over there and check it out?
Right now, I'm kind of in an odd waiting time. I'm waiting for 1.6 to come out.
Yep.
Because I want to jump back.
Minecraft, that is, obviously.
Right, Minecraft.
Look around.
Yeah,
yep.
All this world of blocks and things. I'm waiting for 1.6 to come out because I want to do a new series. I'm not sure if I want it to be single player. I've been really thinking about single player, but I could be tempted to go multiplayer with it. But what I want it to do, I want it to be subscriber based a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so my first big build idea is I want to do some sort of shrine or temple which will have dedications to subscribers.
Yep.
But that's not happening now. That's soon to be happening. But because I'm waiting for that, I'm a little shy on Minecraft series right now. I'm doing Inferno Mines, doing a run on that, solo run.
Yep. I haven't watched it yet, but will soon, as soon as we're past the thing. Sorry,
it's going better than Waking Up did. The Vex maps, all crazy. Yep. I have a Feed the Beast series going on, but it's kind of slow going. That one I'm kind of doing on my own time, kind of laid back. That's with a few real life friends. We put together a server, and that's been a lot of fun. It's been interesting playing Minecraft with real life friends as opposed to internet friends. It's not much different dynamic wise, but it's a little different.
Yeah, that would be your Guitarflat Island series, right? Yes. Yep.
But kind of the nature of that series was meant to be laid back anyway, so the schedule is kind of laid back. So
according to the nature of it. Yeah.
I haven't put out an episode in a little while. I've been working on something, but it's been a bit difficult because kind of like what's been seeming to be a trend on YouTube lately is just Feed the Beast. Feed the Beast is still very popular, but it seems like it's people who aren't strongly dedicated to Feed the Beast are kind of backing off Feed the Beast, and that's myself included. Like I love Feed the Beast, but it's a little overwhelming at times, and I kind of love the simplicity and challenge of vanilla.
Yep. Yeah.
There's
a lot of stuff in Feed the Beast.
Yeah, there's mountains of things, and different mod packs. I've been trying different mod packs out, and so and then there's Black Ops. That's going on my channel right now. That's a lot of that's, trying different classes, discussing pros and cons of weapons. There's some few collaborative games with a lot of the Madhouse guys.
Yep. I really like that you always tell people what classes you're running in that. I mean, in all you do, you're also doing a bit of the educational part where you show people how you build a machine, or in Minecraft, or you, as I said, you tell people how you're running your class and what you're doing with it, how you're playing it. I find that very interesting as well.
Yeah, I mean, part of LPing is sharing an experience, and so kind of the way I do things in life, I do a lot of thinking about things, and so part of my experience in games is thinking about how do I want to do this, how do I want to tackle this. This kind of comes with the whole engineering thing.
Yep. Yeah.
And so that happens, like you said, with Black Ops, with classes, Minecraft, Redstone, and building as well. I could go on about building things, what color goes with this, what color goes with that.
Yeah. All right. I see that the sun has gone down again, so we've probably talked a little longer than we originally planned. But
might need to wrap it up.
Yeah, I think we better wrap it up here, and I'll get to editing this and finally uploading it. But thank you very much for coming out to the Madhouse Gamer server. Took us a while to find each other on the server.
different places.
Different places we were running around in. And
well, thank you for having me for the first small channel movement interview.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Guitarflat. And
well, thank you for having me.
We'll head back to Black Ops or whatever. No, we'll just end this here. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.